Did you know that over 60% of people believe that PMS is all in your head? That's just one of many common misconceptions surrounding menstrual health. In today's video, we're debunking some of the biggest myths and uncovering the facts about menstrual wellness that everyone should know. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects half the population but is still surrounded by misinformation: menstrual health. From the moment many people start their periods, they hear all sorts of myths about what's normal and what's not. Whether it's confusion about PMS, misconceptions about menstrual pain, or myths about how menstruation affects mood and productivity, it's time to set the record straight. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of menstrual health backed by science and expert opinions. Let's start with the problem: misinformation. For years, menstruation has been a topic that's often misunderstood or surrounded by stigma. Many people grow up with incorrect beliefs about their periods, which can lead to misunderstanding their bodies, not seeking the right care for menstrual pain, or even feeling shame around this natural biological process. This misinformation can cause more than just confusion. It can lead to unnecessary suffering, and in some cases, prevent people from getting the treatment they need for conditions like endometriosis or PCOS. So, why are there so many myths about menstruation, and what can we do to separate factors from fiction? Let's explore some of the most common myths and find out the truth. Myth number 1: PMS is all in your head. One of the most common myths is that PMS, premenstrual syndrome, is either exaggerated or completely psychological. This misconception can be harmful because it dismisses the very real physical and emotional symptoms that many people experience before their periods. The truth is, PMS is caused by hormonal changes in the body, particularly fluctuations in estrogen and progesterone levels. These hormonal shifts can lead to symptoms like mood swings, fatigue, bloating, and even depression. While some people may experience mild PMS, others can suffer from PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, a severe form of PMS that can have a profound impact on mental health. So no, PMS is not just in your head, it's a real, hormonally driven condition. Myth number 2: menstrual pain is normal, no matter how severe. It's common to hear that painful periods are just part of life, but that's not always true. While some discomfort during menstruation is normal, severe pain can be a sign of underlying conditions like endometriosis or fibroids. People who experience debilitating cramps, heavy bleeding, or pain that affects their daily life should seek medical advice, as these symptoms can indicate a more serious health issue. Unfortunately, the myth that pain is normal can prevent many from getting the diagnosis and treatment they need. If your period pain is severe, it's worth exploring it with a healthcare professional. Myth number 3: you can't exercise during your period. Another widespread myth is that you should avoid exercise during your period. While it's true that you may feel fatigued or have less energy during menstruation, exercise can actually help relieve some period symptoms, including cramps and mood swings. Studies show that light to moderate exercise can release endorphins, which act as natural painkillers and improve your mood. Whether it's a gentle walk, yoga, or stretching, moving your body during your period can be beneficial. So, unless you feel too unwell to exercise, there's no reason to avoid physical activity. Myth number 4: you can't get pregnant during your period. This is one of the most persistent myths, but the truth is you can get pregnant during your period, though it's less likely. Sperm can live inside the body for up to 5 days, and if you have a shorter cycle, you could ovulate soon after your period ends. So, if you're having unprotected sex during your period, there's still a chance of pregnancy. This is why it's important to use contraception if you're not trying to conceive, even during menstruation. Myth number 5: periods are dirty or impure. This myth has roots in cultural and religious beliefs, but there is no scientific basis for it. Menstruation is a natural biological process that happens when the body sheds the lining of the uterus. There's nothing impure or unclean about it. In fact, the body has its own built-in system for keeping the vagina clean, and menstruation is just part of that process. Unfortunately, this myth can lead to shame and stigma, preventing open discussions about menstrual health. It's crucial to break down these taboos and recognize menstruation as a normal part of life. Here's one of the most surprising myths. Many people believe that hormonal birth control can fix menstrual pain and other issues. While it's true that hormonal contraceptives can help regulate periods and reduce symptoms like cramps, they don't address the root cause of menstrual disorders like endometriosis or PCOS. In some cases, birth control may mask the symptoms of these conditions, delaying a proper diagnosis. It's important to remember that while birth control can be an effective treatment for some, it's not a cure-all for menstrual health problems. A powerful example comes from people who suffer from endometriosis. For years, many of them are told that their painful periods are normal and that birth control will help. But in reality, endometriosis is a chronic condition that requires more than just managing symptoms. It often needs medical treatment and sometimes surgery to address the underlying problem. This is why it's so important to challenge myths about menstruation and advocate for better education and care. To sum up, menstrual health is surrounded by many myths that can lead to confusion, stigma, and even prevent people from getting the care they need. From the misconception that PMS is all in your head to the false belief that pain is normal, it's clear that more education is needed to separate fact from fiction. Understanding the biological and psychological aspects of menstruation can help you take control of your health and make informed decisions. Whether it's the truth about exercise, the reality of hormonal birth control, or knowing when to seek help for painful periods, it's crucial to educate ourselves and break down the stigma around menstruation. Now it's your turn. Have you heard any of these menstrual myths before, or do you have a personal story about overcoming misinformation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're interested in learning more about menstrual health or related topics, be sure to check out my other videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.